like pre-social media when you were talking about, like watching TV together and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was something. That was a ritual. That was like Saturday mornings for Anthony and I.
Oh,
we used
yeah,
to watch,
cartoons.
Like, copious amounts of TV Saturday morning, or in the evening watching like Sunday night TV with the old man watching Wild Kingdom and the World of Disney. That was like, that was a communal kind of, like bonding thing. But then, there were times, and more times than we spent, watching TV or hanging out in the house, we spent with friends in the woods playing guns.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw a demolition derby with Schwinn bicycles? We used to do things like that. Ramp jumping, just hanging out with getting to know the little girls.
Around the neighborhood.
We were like 8, 9, 10
well,
years old.
I missed out, but I'm trying to make up for that now.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Yeah, I remember making jumps.
That was a huge part of
It
growing
felt like
up
you were in the air for like an
have.
hour.
Oh, yeah.
Soaring through the sky.
It felt like you were a hero, just going over the ramp. Oh, yeah, those were.
Well, you were local.
Yep.
You were a local celebrity when you were like the longest jump. I mean, I think in East Islip I had like the longest jump. And you know what the funny thing is?
But that was part of it, and you're right. I didn't even really think about it, but it wasn't all about TV. TV was there because there wasn't much TV to watch. To be honest, for a kid, you had Saturday morning. Yeah, you had that like your parents are going to watch Wonderful World of Disney and Wild Kingdom, and they want you there, and hey, that's a zebra. Great! I'm learning something.
They'd watch Laugh-In.
Yeah, they'd watch Ronan Martin's Laugh-In, which was pretty racy. I had to go to bed by that time. But yeah, most of the time, even in the summer especially, you were outside at night with your friends, roaming around, just figuring out what to do for fun. And kind of making this weird friendship hierarchy. Like there was the kid that jumped over 5 garbage pails. He was much higher in our little society than the kid that wouldn't fucking do it at all.
That teaches you about being an adult in the workforce.
In the line that was laying down on the
What's that, Gavin? My brother's rambling over you.
This relates to your adult life in the workforce. You realize there's a hierarchy. There's learning about the future.
You could, because it will always be like that. You will be based on what you've done, your performance at work, your personality. There's this hierarchy that starts in this weird child at play thing,
and you get to know what you're good at. You get to know what your strengths are.
Yeah, are your strengths literally strength? Are you a better diplomat? Like you break up your friends' fights or be the intermediary?
You know how they always have like the strongest kid in the school, the fastest kid in the school, the toughest kid in the school. I mean, it was always, and the smartest kid in the school.
And you knew who they were. Everyone knew who these people were. And in your little groups, you had people that were talented at certain things, and they picked up that role in the little group of people that you were with, and that is fucking gone now, dude. Gone.
Absolutely gone. Yeah. And even later in life, Ant, when we were in our mid to late teens, and we were out in California, we did a lot of things that had nothing to do with sitting in front of a TV.
That was even more so. I watched a lot more TV in New York than I did California. It was horseback riding, hanging out with friends, smoking weed in the fucking riverbed.
Going to the beach with the surfers.
The beach, the fucking there was a lot of fun shit to do out there. And again, just
valuable
that interaction.
lessons.
Yeah,
valuable lessons like
life lessons. Yes, life lessons.
Like how to
if you
hunt.
drink too much beer and wine at the same time, you're gonna vomit. That was a great life lesson for me.
If you shoot your friend through the chest, there's going to be excessive bleeding.
He's going to bleed, and he needs to be taken to the hospital immediately. Yes, we learned great things. Oh, my
Driven
God.
all the way through the desert.
Yeah, you want to plug anything, Joe? You got gigs coming up, right?
Nah, Solo Joe acoustic show on Facebook. That's it.
All right, Solo Joe.
By the way, when that EMP happens, and everything and all entertainment shot down, I am the only show in town.
Joe will still be playing after the EMP. He's
like a cockroach.
Yeah, he's a cockroach. He's going to be the soundtrack to the apocalypse. Joe.
That's me.
Very good, sir. I will see you soon. Probably at least Thanksgiving, right? And Fran,
yeah, yep.
I'll see you there, man.
Friends.
We were talking downstairs too about being kids in the 70s, and I brought up you guys, you and Joe and Don, how you would wake up and be like, "Where's Mom and Dad?" And then be sitting on the stairs crying. And then this guy I just met, this carpenter dude, we were like, because he said same thing with me. Me and my brother, and we'd wake up and there'd be no one there. And then we were like, imagine being an adult parent, because he has kids, and I was going, "Hey, the McLarens are having a party down on Sophomore Street. Do you want to just go?" And your wife's like, yeah. So it's like, because kids go to bed like 9, even young kids.
Yeah.
They're not really definitely totally conked till 10. That's when you know it's REM.
Yeah, they're not getting up.
Yeah, they're comatose by 10. You can't sneak out at 9. They're gonna hear like.
Yeah.
So at 10, they must like tiptoe out the way we tiptoed out when we were teenagers, and then just like push the front door closed, not lock it.
No.
Like, clunk.
And just
and then
leave
just
them alone.
like, yeah, let's rock and roll.
Because they're banking on the fact that they've been in the house forever when the kid goes to sleep, and they never get up. They never do anything. Nothing happens.
Try it.
So, your odds are pretty good. Nothing's going to happen.
It was very, very common.
Yeah.
The other thing we were talking about, too, is Bill was too young for this, but this other guy was 45, and he remembered the 70s more than Bill did, obviously, but everyone fucking reeked because of polyester shirts.
Oh, those would fucking get like sweat in them and
it's plastic, so the BO was everywhere. That's why they had, all these colognes and everything. Yeah. They were hiding.
Dracul.
Yeah, and Arid Extra Dry.
High Karate.
They were hiding the fucking stench.
Hiding polyester stink.
Yes.
And people just didn't shower as much.
No, they didn't have deodorant either.
Women wash their hair once every couple of weeks. They did. They went to the beauty parlor. And they'd get their hair done. And then they'd, if they showered, they'd put on a shower cap.
Right.
Do that.
Yeah, you didn't want to wreck
touch their hair. But most of them just never showered.
Yeah.
People didn't take a lot of showers back in the day.
Imagine what it was like in England with all the dick cheese.
Oh, God.
Viv Albertine, who was in the Slits, she was doing a lot of talks.
Slits, yes.
She did a book. I forget what her book was called, Love or something. It's a great book. She talks about dating the Clash and stuff. And in her book, I saw her doing some talks on YouTube, and she's like, I was talking about the guy about how I think divorce was invented in 1980.
Really?
Yeah, I remember being 10 and just seeing like boop, pop, pop, pop. They were all popping like balloons everywhere. And my parents were together, and my parents grew up poor, and my mom had a single mom, so they're used to like their house being a crash pad. So the dads would often stay at our place, and they'd sleep on the couch in the basement.
So wait, the dads of other divorced families would come over and sleep at your house?
While they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their lives.
Okay.
And they had the falling down low, like short sleeve dress shirts.
The
brown striped tie. They had the slacks and the brown socks.
Kicked out of his own house.
Yes. He would just watch TV in the basement with his bald head.
Oh, man.
And
poor bastard.
I would come down to watch Batman or whatever, and I remember just being like, this fucking couch reeks.
Oh, yeah. Joe, you don't have to call because I know what you're thinking. There was a friend of my dad's called Jimmy. And he was just best friends. And he'd come over the house every so often, hang out with Dad, drink some beers, and he'd go to the bathroom, And whenever he would come out of the bathroom, if we went near the bathroom, me and Joe would be like, Mimi smell. Because we called Jimmy Mimi. And we go, Mimi smell. It wasn't just
Why would you call him Mimi? How old were you?
I was probably 6. Joe was like 8.
Is that so funny?
But it was like, but we'd known him for so long, we just called him Mimi for a while. And we didn't want to say Jimmy smell and stuff, too.
It really were. I remember walking into my dad's bathroom, and it would be shit and toothpaste. And you were just like...
I saw them at the Palladium. Toothpaste. They tore it up.
Turds. And you're just like, oh, what?
Oh,
but now...
That's got to be part of it, too, what they ate. Although we eat a lot more processed food now. But I got to imagine eating But
Yeah,
was
I
it
have
back
my
then?
own bathroom in the basement. I'm not allowed to shit in any other.
Good for you.
It
See?
made my daughter cry once. Like
Your daughter cry.
we were on a ski trip when there was only the hotel room. had
Oh,
one bathroom.
no. You didn't embarrass her,
And-
did you?
And no, but she had to go in there after me, and she was like crying because it was so horrific.
That's really hilariously bad when your own kid cries.
I consider that a victory. If your farts are so bad,
Oh,
that someone cries, you
God,
made it.
poor
You
kid.
did it. Mimi smell.
Mimi smell was the worst. I vividly remember it as a kid. Like I can recall the smell. I don't
Yeah,
smell
I can
it,
bring the
but I
toothpaste
can
shit back
recall
right
it
now.
from when I was 6 years old, dude. This is a long fucking time
Do
ago.
you remember? I think we've talked about this before. Do you remember in the 70s coming out as a kid, as a gay kid? No, coming out of your bedroom and going, I have to go to school tomorrow. Shut up.
I don't remember
Really?
that. You would do that.
Oh my God, all the time.
And why?
Because they'd have a party on a Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I was just going to talk about the party thing, like you were talking about parents leaving their kids. My parents were the ones that had parties.
Right.
So
Mine
it would be
too.
like, all right, go to bed. And you go to bed and you're just hearing fucking,
Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Well,
The Sultans of Swing.
I was hearing like CCR,
Really?
Fortunate Son and Jimi Hendrix.
I thought you were going to say, I was hearing, hello, my baby. Hello, my sonny. Hello, my ragtime gal. Turn down that phonograph.
I'm dancing in the room. No, it was like Mamas and the Papas and the Beatles
yeah.
and shit like that. But yeah, go to bed. Really? With all this going
You're
on.
having a party. And by the way, it's Wednesday. Have a party on Friday.
Oh.
And then you'd come out, for some reason, it looks like Auschwitz. There's like 20% of the party. The party, by the way, was 20 people. So there's like, I don't know, 4 people, guys talking. Like, and a lot of British dudes too, because my area in Canada we were part of this British exodus that came down. So it was like, no, I think the problem really with Pierre Trudeau is he's just stupid. That's really what it
Well,
comes
the
down.
Tories believe that.
And then just women sleeping on them, and women sleeping everywhere. Men,
They look like Twiggy. No, they weren't.
no, they
quite
look
Twiggy.
like Cagney and Lacey.
Stumpy. They look more like Stumpy than Twiggy.
Yeah. No, they look like fucking Rachel Ray today.
Oh God damn! That's
And they're all asleep everywhere. And I'm just like, what is with you fucking intense partiers?
and then
Weed.
you know what the odd thing is? I remember you doing the same thing at my house at a party. So
Right. But that almost got me divorced. You know, my wife went to a hotel after that.
Really?
For the record, folks at home, I brought the kids to Anthony's.
Yeah.
Someone's giving me this crazy Maker's Mark that's like Moonshine Maker's Mark.
yeah.
8
Good
million
stuff.
proof. So I was like, this is really good booze.
You were on the floor of the theater.
I believe I pissed myself in the floor of your
In the
home
theater, yeah.
And then my kids are like, how does this work? Does he
How do we-
drive us home?
How
Or...
do we get home?
And then Allie had to drive them home. Not great parenting.
Alicia, and I'm sure she hadn't been drinking.
No. And then I woke up at like 6, like,
Where's my family?
this is bad. And I
You
look-
knew, like, you
my
can't just
phone
wake
has
up and
8 billion texts.
bad, dude.
I'm in trouble. And
That's
then when I
bad.
got home, she was like packing a suitcase, and
Oh,
we got over it.
a lot of blankets and moccasins. I just picture
She was rolling up the teepees, attaching to the horse.
bow and arrow quiver and
When she gets that mad, I speak in her native tongue. I'm like, oh, not na hatnehe, eta hoto, unta hotnehe, ata o ahuta. Sha hunuga saktahe, o tatehe hotni hashinaha.
she answered you in English. I'm out of here.
And that means I went to the diner and got pea soup, by the way.
Oh, you should have stood there like the Indian in the commercial with one tear.
The Italian guy.
Please, the Italian, the Sicilian guy. Please do not leave me.
That's
Yeah,
right.
is not even fucking an Indian.
And her sisters were like, I don't know, I don't hate being Mexican. Kind of
Yeah.
insulting.
She's Mexican.
I wonder if Sean King's white brother is like, dude, we're Irish, the Irish
Yeah.
had it rough. And
Isn't it?
Kind of like being Irish, you know.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, be Irish.
Pogues.
Yeah,
They're cool.
the Pogues are cool.
Shane McGowan, not now, obviously, but like in 1989, I don't know.
Dude, she was what a fucking long-term bamboozle.
Whoa.
That everyone looked at her like a saint.
What do these people do? You know that weird area where you're falling asleep and you have thoughts that don't make sense?